What's up, witches? What's up? What's up? Happy Samhain. Hi, Josie. Hi, June. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Betty. Hi, Amethyst Moon. What is up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Samhain. How are we doing? Oh, thank you, darling. I thought I'd put a little something on for the holiday. Thank you. I love this hat. This hat is everything. What's up, guys? June is folding laundry. Yes, you're about to go home and get ready for tonight. I was going to ask everyone, please drop in the comments, what are you doing to celebrate Samhain or Halloween or Hallows Eve, Dia de los Muertos, whatever you are celebrating this weekend. If you're celebrating, no pressure to be celebrating. But if you are celebrating something this weekend, what is everybody doing? Thanks, June. I need to take them out, but thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Cat Mama 3. What's up? What is everybody up to? June said that they are going home to get ready for tonight, so I'm imagining some ritual. I'm imagining some divination, perhaps. Amethyst dressed up as Velma. Ooh, I'll check that out. Thank you, Deja. Thank you, thank you. What's everybody doing? I am so curious if people are celebrating. Oh, my incense is making like really pretty smoke bubbles right now. What is everybody doing? Do you have any plans? Are you going out? Are you dressing up? Are you doing like exciting turn up Halloween stuff, or are we staying home for more somber Samhain celebrations? Let's see. June is gonna do my selenite oil tonight. Love me some selenite oil. Big fan. New room, so I gotta cleanse and protect. So all the setting up. Yep. Kind of similar because I'm going to be celebrating Samhain here. So I have cleaned and cleansed this space before I moved everything in, but I'm setting up the office altar tonight to the ancestors. It seemed like an appropriate night to set up the altar. So I got to clean the altar and, cleanse the whole area and do my little ritual and everything to bless the new altar and stuff. So I feel you there. Josie's taking a spiritual bath. Already got my offerings and candles lit for my ancestors. Holla back. Amethyst Moon has never celebrated Samhain before, so they might just chill and clean. I think that's a great idea because Samhain on the pagan wheel of the year is the end of the year. So this is a time for us to, reflect on what has happened in the past year, the things that we've lost, the things that we've let go of. So I feel like that's a great time to clean because you can let go literally of a whole bunch of stuff, throw out a bunch of things that, maybe served you last year, but are not going to be of service to you next year. Anytime there's a new beginning, I think cleaning is always spiritually in line. Like, it doesn't matter what the holiday is or, whether you're celebrating something, whether it's a new moon, full moon, whatever it is, I feel like cleaning is always appropriate. Always a good idea to get rid of stuff that you don't need anymore, clean off the dust off of everything else. So I think that's a great idea with this moon. Deja's doing a dinner for the dead. Same. Past relatives have been giving me recipes. Ooh, and I want to hang out and want to hang out with me and the baby. Nice. That is so beautiful. Eucalyptus, white sage, and clove for a floor wash. Gonna refresh and feed the ancestor altar. Nice. Yes, and people are giving Amethyst Moon ideas for ways to celebrate. Yeah, I think it is definitely a good time for starting over. So I think cleaning is, you're already doing something that I think is in perfect alignment with celebrating today, especially celebrating in a kind of like low-key kind of way. People celebrate this time of year in different, in different ways. And it kind of depends, I think, whether or not you are celebrating Halloween or whether you're celebrating Samhain or how you're doing that. For me this year, I'm not celebrating Halloween because I just have too much going on. So I'm not doing any Halloween celebrations, but I always celebrate Samhain no matter what. And Samhain for me is a more somber holiday because it is a time to look back on the things and most importantly the people that have been lost in the past year. And with everything going on in the world with the virus and things like that, we have unfortunately lost a lot more people than usual. So this is a time to remember them and honor them. And like I said, I'm setting up the ancestor altar for the office. So the office altar is going to honor the ancestors of the practices and the work that will be done here. So the ancestors of yoga and meditation, and the ancestors of witchcraft and Wicca and tarot reading and those things that are spiritually important to me, those ancestors are getting an altar here. So I'll be, quiet night, quiet music. I'll be having a dumb supper, which might be similar to what Deja's doing with her dinner for the dead. But a dumb supper is basically when you set the table for dinner. It's a Wiccan way to celebrate Samhain. In particular, you could do it anytime, but it's done a lot on Samhain. And the dinner table is set up and a place is set for the ancestors who have departed in the past year or just in general that you want to remember and honor. And you sit down and hold the dinner in silence. You light candles, you light incense, you ring bells, you do the different things that you personally do to call those ancestors in or to call in the spirits of the departed. And then you just sit with them and have dinner and just have it in complete silence and allow them to move and speak and interact with the dinner and, do whatever they're going to do. And the idea of sitting in silence is to quiet yourself so that you can feel them and hear them and experience them. So I'm going to do that here today. So if you, are home alone or don't have very many plans when you have dinner tonight, maybe consider setting out an extra plate for them and lighting a candle and some incense by the plate to kind of call them in and let them know that that plate is for them. And, in the morning, you can take that food out and so long as it's safe, offer it to the animal spirits and the nature spirits in your area. Go to a park or some, out in the woods if you live somewhere more rural and give that blessed food out as an offering to the animals after the departed have enjoyed it. So that's something that you could do if you want to, celebrate specifically the intention behind Samhain. So. Yeah. So Amethyst Moon is saying that Papa passed recently. I'm sorry to hear that. And yeah, that would be a great idea to talk to him. And June is giving some recommendations. Maybe not full-on contact, some water and a white candle with a picture is a great offering altar. Just spend some time there. Pray, meditate, talk. Incense is nice too. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't have to full-on, try to have a full-on conversation or anything like that. You can just leave the offering and just let him know that you're thinking of him and honoring him today and giving him that energy and that light and love, for his transition wherever his spirit may be. Hi, Sharon. What's up? Watching Doctor Who and sewing curtains Mom helped me make. Nice. That's very nice. Betty is offering homemade cake and tea to the ancestors. Very nice. And maybe some spirits. Yes, they love that. They absolutely love that. They love that. I got some nice fancy brandy. Got some cognac for my spirits. So the good stuff. Hey, hey. Yeah, so welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing with me what you guys are going to be doing tonight for Samhain. I think all of your plans sound absolutely beautiful. I'm really looking forward to mine. When I'm done with you guys here, I'm going to do some cleaning, get the bathtub ready, get everything ready, and then I'm going to move on to like dinner, have my dumb supper, take my spiritual bath, and then I'm going to be doing some journeying tonight with some CBD and some magic mushrooms and making my vision board for the year, which is something that I always do around Samhain. I get my vision board for the year made, and I like to look over my vision board from last year and see how many of those things have actually manifested and come to be. And I'm always so blown away by how many of the things on my vision board have come to be. If you guys don't make vision boards, I highly recommend it. I've been doing it for the last few years, and I super, super love it, because the weird thing that happens is I will make my vision board and I put it in a place where I can see it all the time, but I'm not necessarily always like going to it. Sometimes I do like go to it and like review it throughout the year, but not always. And what's really amazing to me is by the end of the year, by the time Samhain comes back around, I look at it and I am always so shocked at how many of the things have come to be, even without me like necessarily consciously trying to make them happen. And I think that just speaks to the power of manifestation and the power of setting an intention for yourself. That when you do things intentionally, even if it's just living your everyday life, the goals that you have, the things that you want to see happen, have a way of coming to be. It's kind of like letting the universe do, figure out how and do the work of actually getting it done, but you setting the attention and aligning yourself with the vision that you have is pretty effective, I gotta say. And every year I'm shocked, because every year I get, busy, you get busy with life and all that stuff, and you're not necessarily like checking everything off in a row. So it shocks me every year to look back at my old vision board and be like, oh my gosh, that came to be. Or like, oh my God, I did that thing. That's so crazy. Or I built that relationship, or I started that project, or what have you. So pretty cool. Hi, Simply Vivian, new subscriber. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. I try to create a calm space wherever I am. I live in the Bronx, New York, so it's one of the least calm places in the world. So it's important to establish and cultivate your own personal sense of calm. Hi, Care Bear. Happy Samhain or Halloween to you too. What's up? What's up? All right, so let's get started, guys. Last time we hung out together, I took you guys around BronxWitch HQ. That's where we are right now. If you guys are new here, like Vivian, welcome. Get excited because you're tuning in from the new space. We used to do all of these things from my little apartment, and BronxWitch Bodega, my herbal shop, and everything started to really kind of take over the place. And I set an intention in September, as I was doing my 40-day sadhana and was detoxing from a lot of things. And I'm definitely going to make some videos for you guys about doing a sadhana. I'm going to maybe do one with you guys, because wow, is it powerful. I took my sadhana and I took a break from social media, took a break from the shop. The shop has been shut down for months. I haven't been doing private readings for months. I just shut everything down because I just felt like I've told a lot of you guys this. After I turned 35 in August, I just woke up feeling kind of lost. And I'm usually a fairly clear minded person, and I felt really sort of foggy. So I decided to do a sadhana, to spend 40 days giving up things, going completely vegan and detoxing other things from my life. And now we have this. So people always say, you know, when you get rid of things in your life and you let go of things, especially the toxic things, but just let go of anything that not even necessarily toxic, but that just isn't serving you anymore. It is incredible what can come into your life once you make space for it. So I made space, and this office that I didn't know I needed came to be, you know, or maybe I knew I needed it, but I didn't think I could have it, honestly. I now have it. So when we got together last week, I showed you guys around because we have made huge leaps and bounds since we got the space at the beginning of October. And I'm blown away. I'm so grateful to all of the help that I've received from the ancestors, from my guides and guardians. And I'm really proud of myself for what I've managed to put together. You know, it's not just like thrown together. It has already become a really beautiful, really comfortable space. So comfortable that I'm spending the night here tonight and doing my spiritual bath and my rituals here instead of at home. That's how comfortable it is. And I'm proud of myself for making this a really beautiful, comfortable, calming space that I know you guys are also going to love when you come here. So yeah, that has all happened in this time. And last time I showed you guys around, but this time I am not going to show you around because, you know, I'm planning on kind of soft opening the place this upcoming weekend. And I'm going to show you guys in detail the space and everything all cleaned up and ready to go and ready for sessions and ready for practitioners to start doing you know, treatments here and services here and things like that. So I'm not going to spoil it because it's like 90% of the way set up. And we've got all of these fantastic donations from everybody, which is going to help put some of the finishing touches on everything. Yeah, I want you guys to see it when it's a little bit more complete. So stay tuned for some photos and videos and all that good stuff of the space, more set up. I want to let you guys know that we are still very much raising funds and collecting donations for the space. I set a $10,000 goal for the GoFundMe, and we're not there yet. And so I appreciate all of the donations that have been coming in. Thank you so much. We probably have raised enough to make sure that we will be okay for the month of November in terms of you know, keeping the lights on and having internet here and you know, paying the rent for the month and all of that good stuff. But I really want to make sure that this place gets off to a really good start, so that we can offer everything that people are looking for, so that this becomes a space that people frequent regularly, and you know, we can stay open. It would be a shame to open and then not be able to stay open. And yeah, I'm not going to let that happen. And I know that you guys are going to be able to help with that and support this place and bring this type of healing space to the South Bronx, because nothing like this exists here. This is the most underserved neighborhood in all of the city. It's the poorest district in the nation, one of the hardest hit by COVID, and it is mostly made up of families with children under 18 and essential workers, delivery personnel, restaurant employees, MTA employees, and basically just everybody who has kept the city running. The people of this neighborhood, of my neighborhood, do not have the luxury of work from home jobs and being able to go, vacation at another location, to quarantine from people and social distance from people. The neighborhood density of the South Bronx is 110 times higher than Manhattan. So literally people are on top of each other here, and social distancing and things like that are privileges that we don't necessarily have. So to be able to go to a space and meditate, receive Reiki treatments, just get a reading, sit and have a cup of tea, like just to be in a space that facilitates healing and wellness, and in particular spiritual healing and wellness, that just really does not exist here. So, I have lived in this neighborhood my entire life, born and raised 35 years. And that's the mark that I want to leave here. I want to bring that type of energy to this space because we need it. And I know that this neighborhood is already such a gem, but I know that it can really flourish and thrive if the people here have the same type of access to spirituality and healing that, folks in Manhattan and parts of Brooklyn get to enjoy all the time. So your donations will help to make sure that we not only open successfully and we're able to offer services and we're able to tell everybody about it, but to make sure that we stay open, so that we're not just, a location that was a good idea, but that didn't really, work. So I thank every single one of you for your donations so far, and just click the description box for links to the GoFundMe if you would like to donate funds. That will stay open until we reach the 10K, and we still have a very, very long way to go. So if you're not able to donate right now, then share this live, share my post, tell your friends and family about it. And when you are able, definitely check out the link and head over to the GoFundMe page. Everyone who donates $100 or more is getting a mystery magic box from me, which is going to include a package of tea, a bottle of herbal potion, and a magic spell soap. So those will go out around the end of November. So you definitely have time to be one of the recipients of the mystery magic boxes. I'll be putting together blends and soaps and things that kind of, that energetically go with the person. So it'll be a magic surprise for you in your mailbox around the beginning of December. So if you give over $100, then you'll receive that. And for folks who are donating to the registry, all of these lovely physical donations of the supplies and things that we need, you'll also be getting a thank you from me by mail. So just make sure that you leave your address when you donate on the registry so that I can send you your thank you around the end of November. So still much to do, still many supplies needed to make sure that practitioners can render their services. My goal for that is I want anybody who does Reiki or does cleansings or meditation classes or what have you, I would like everything to be provided here. So whether that's towels or sheets or yoga mats, anything that the practitioner might need in order to do their service, I want that to be available here for their use. So that if you are a practitioner in the Bronx and you don't have the finances to purchase a table or purchase meditation cushions or yoga mats or even crystals and things like that to work with, all of that is provided for you here, because I really want practitioners of color, practitioners who are from marginalized groups, LGBTQ plus practitioners, disabled practitioners, folks who are just from marginalized groups to be able to render their really powerful and beautiful services and not be at a disadvantage because they don't have the money to buy singing bowls or things like that. So I would like all of those tools to be available to the practitioners. So that's really what your supplies are contributing to making sure that the relaxation room is like full service and has all of those those supplies for people. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to get into it. I figure we'll open up the boxes first because that's like so much fun. And we'll see what this batch of donations are. I saw that someone donated today, so thank you very much. That's obviously not here already, so I know that donations are still coming in from you guys. So I'll probably, do this again. We get another round of donations where I'll do some posts to thank folks that are still donating. But we got another batch of stuff, and we're going to open those up. And then after that, I am going to pull some cards for the collective, which I'm very excited about because it's been such a long time. I don't think I've gone live for the collective since August, maybe. So, and it feels like so much longer because so much has happened in that time. So I'm really excited. I'm going to pull some cards from, I think, some new decks. I pulled out all the decks. We'll see what calls to me, but I think we'll use some new decks and we will read the energy for this upcoming year, get an idea of what we need to be letting go of and what we need to be embracing as we embark on this next turn of the wheel. So that's the plan for today. And then I'm gonna let y'all go because then it's ritual time. Okay, so should we start smallest to largest again? I think so. Let's get into it. Okay. So hopefully there are notes. I know sometimes there are no notes. Last reading was for the week of July 26th. Wow, Betty. Yeah, it has been a while. It has been a while. Yes, Marie, me either. I am excited for this reading. Because I haven't done a collective reading in a while. I was reading all day yesterday because I'm doing readings at the Shanti Bookshop on 14th Street. And so I was reading all day yesterday, and it felt really good to be just tapping into folks' energy. But I haven't done it for the collective, and I miss it. Okay, let's see. This is from Care Bear, who is in the comments right now. Hi, Care Bear. Thank you so much. We have got the Reed diffuser and oil. These are going to be going into the relaxation room because if you were here last week, then you know that I have been talking about fire safety and how important that is. Shout out to Mariah because I found out from Amazon that Mariah gifted us the fire extinguishers. So shout out to you, Mariah. Thank you so much for that. I want to really be safe, so I am going to be not allowing real flame in the relaxation room, hence the LED candles everywhere. Because I just don't want candles and stuff to be unattended and things like that. And so I'm not going to be able to necessarily have like incense and things like that in the relaxation room. So the diffuser and oil, this is lavender and sandalwood, two of my favorite scents. Sandalwood is what's burning right now. Very high vibrational, very lifting of the energy. And lavender is super calming. So I thought this was so perfect. So shout out to you, Care Bear. Thank you so much. You guys see that? I can never get things to show up on the camera. There we go. Urban Naturals, lavender and sandalwood. And how perfect is it that the brand is called Urban Naturals? I was like, I think this is made for us. So thank you so much, Care Bear. Shout out to you. Yes, Betty. Yay, Mariah. Shout out to Mariah for the fire extinguishers. They do look real, right? You know they're real wax. which is super cool. When I didn't even realize that when I ordered them. Those were a gift from Emily and Anthony at Magical Weed Palo Santo. And I like scraped the candle by accident and a little scrape came off. And I was like, oh wait, these aren't plastic. They're actually real wax. So they're LED lights with like a moving flame, but they're made out of real wax, which is super cool because if you are a newbie witch or you are in an environment where you can't light candles, I would definitely holler at these real wax LED candles because you could still carve in them, which I thought was really cool. Hi, Zale. Oh, greetings from the UK. Egyptian Amber is a good one too. Oh, nice. And Alysha says, happy Samhain, you're a new subscriber. Welcome, Alysha. Peace to you. They look really real and they feel kind of real and you could carve on them. So like you couldn't carve really deep into them, you know, because they're hollow on the inside with like the batteries and stuff. But you could literally carve a sigil into them and like rub some, herb powder or some glitter or whatever onto the sigil to make it like stand out. But you could carve into these. So if you are, a teenage witch or, you're at the office or you're just in an environment where you can't light a real candle, I highly recommend because you could still work with them in kind of a magical way, in a way that you couldn't with like plastic candles and stuff. I can see spirit. I'm learning to ground myself and protect myself. Very important for someone with those types of gifts. Yes. Yeah, and you can leave them. So if you want to set up an altar that you want to keep a candle burning at all times, they're perfect for that. Perfect for that. Hi, Mariah. Hi, we were just talking about you. Was your ear itching? We were just talking about you. Shout out to you for gifting us with the fire extinguishers. We opened those last week, and I so appreciate that. So appreciate that. All right, let's see, next one. What is this? I'm getting poster vibes. I think this is one of the posters. Yes. Ooh, this is the Chakra Poster. Okay, let's try not to cut the poster. Yay, I'm so excited because now we have all 3 of the posters, which are going to go up in the relaxation room. Okay, let's see if I can open it. All right, can you kind of see that? Chakra knowledge, got some mudras on it for each of the chakras, basic information on crystals that align with the chakras, some knowledge on which areas of the body and what like physical sensations are impacted by them, as well as some yoga poses, some asanas for activating specific chakras. So, hey. Thank you. This is an important poster because it completes the trifecta of posters that are going up in the relaxation room on the wall that are going to set the vibe in there. And there's no note on this one, but let me know in the comments if you sent the chakra poster. I think Jeanette said that she sent the chakra poster, but I don't know if she meant the one that we got last week that has the black girl on it with the chakras down the center, or if she meant this one. So it might be from Jeanette, but if you sent that one, shout yourself out in the comments. Everyone who donated is going to get a mailed thank you from me. So just make sure if you don't mention yourself in the comments, that you just put your name and address in the Amazon information when you send your donation, so you get a thank you in the mail from me. Okay, we ready for the next one? Here we go. Mariah says, I'm living for this sports bra crop moment. Do you guys remember this top that I decided was not a top? I posted this in my stories because I was mad at Rihanna because it looked like a top in the picture, and then I got it and I was like, this is a goddamn bra. Okay, so as you can see, I have put a sweater over it because I'm a little bit more modest than our friend Rihanna. But I thought, it would go for the holidays. Ooh, it's giving the craft. Yes. Rachel True is like my dream come true. So anytime I can channel the craft, I'm all about it. All right, here we go. Let's see what this one is. Ooh. Yay! Oh my God! Okay, well, there's two things in here. Okay, so first of all, more decor. These are hanging ivies and LED lights. These are going to be going up in here for extra lighting because it's kind of dark in here. Our windows face the back. So these are going to be going up for extra lighting around the tarot table for some ambiance and lighting. And if there's enough of it, I'm thinking of like putting it up over these windows. What do you think? I kind of have a lot going on with lighting, I guess, with this lamp. But, I mean, who doesn't like LED lights and stuff, So it feels like a little fairy palace. I'm going to see. We'll see. I'll see. If there's enough of it, I'll do it in both places. But this is ivy with LED lights for the tarot table area so that you guys aren't getting readings in the dark. Okay, and the other thing in this box is the oomps. I don't know if that's why they call it oomps, but that's what me and my husband joke, that it's called oomps because it's oomps. But this is a little speaker, and this is important because this is going to be going in the relaxation room so that there is music in there, or guided sounds, trance waves and things like that, whatever is appropriate to the service that you are providing. Like I said, I want the space to be full service for the practitioners that come here. So if you are doing Reiki, you are doing a meditation class, I don't want you to have to bring a speaker or to only have your phone to, create the environment for your client. This is going to be in the room, ready. It's a Bluetooth speaker, and or you can plug into it, I think, too. And the practitioners who work here will be able to set up their own sound in that space for whatever service or treatment they are giving. Okay? Isn't it cute? Isn't that cute? Shout out to Oops for the cute little speakers. I have these in my house, so I was like, oh, these work perfectly. Anybody can connect to them with Bluetooth, which is very helpful. Comes with a little carrying string and charging cord. Cool. Thank you. Okay, let's see who gave this one. So I can shout you out, keep all the thank you notes, or keep all the notes and thank yous. Okay, so proud of you for being brave and a very gifted human. You got this. From Elizabeth Betty Booth. Thank you, Betty Booth. Thank you. Thank you so much. And the other note says, a little gift for the new headquarters, big hugs. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I'm going to think of you every time I play music in that room. Thank you. Yay. Oh my gosh, Amazon. Someone was in the comments and was like, oh, Amazon, the reason why their boxes are so big is sometimes they have to use like what's in the fulfillment center or what have you, like just what they have on hand. I don't think that's a good enough excuse. Amazon is like worth bajillions. I feel like they can figure out how to have smaller boxes. Just saying. Just saying. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Okay, what is next? I'm so excited for you guys to come visit and like see where your stuff is, like where the things you donated end up, you know? I think that's so cool. Like, I can't imagine, like, you know, you go to a place, you go to a business for a service or something like that, and on the wall is a poster that you donated, you know? Like, on the wall is a tapestry that you donated, or they're using a lamp that you donated, or you know, just all these things that you guys have donated. I'm really excited because it's like when you're here, you're gonna feel like this is your place too. And that's my goal. And so it's really nice that like this exchange, you know, I guess that's why they call it energy exchange. That's exactly what it is. It's like you're giving something and then you're getting something. You get to feel like you have some like ownership of the space. You know, it's like your energy is already in this space, even though you haven't been here yet. So then when you come here, it's like coming to a place that you already know. You know? Mariah's about to get the bathroom rug so I can be peeing and be like, these are my mats. I love that. Yes, I love that so much. That's hilarious. You know, donate toilet paper too. Like, hey, I did this. I did this. You know, that's so funny. I love that. Exactly. All right. Let's see. What is next? Oh, okay. So first of all, I really like when companies are very personal in their packaging. So the company has like a note on it. It's a tapestry. I'm excited because, of course, I know which one it is. It's a tapestry, but it says, honey. Thank you for trusting and choosing DBLLF among thousands of products. If you're satisfied with our products and services, please give us some support and encouragement. Light up our 5 little stars. Share your experience to more friends and let more friends experience this wonderful feeling and fun. Time cannot stay, only friendship is always with you. Life and art always go hand in hand. Please let us bring you a beautiful and elegant life. Thank you for your trust and support. Best regards. Isn't that nice? I like that. And then it has like care instructions for caring for the tapestry. Let's get into this. Okay. So excited for this! I'm so excited for this tapestry because it's going in this space, which is basically, you guys can see the purple wall, but aside from the purple wall, there's nothing on the walls. And I feel like tapestries are great ways to put stuff up on the wall without having to like paint everything. And this is also along with the ivy going over the tarot table. And so it's going to be such a nice space to get readings from. Ooh, Sharon's got good news. Going to be working every Monday now for a friend's soap store in town. Ooh, cool. Congratulations. That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so this is huge because the wall is huge. So I'm going to try to show it to you guys a little bit. Oh, it's so pretty. Ooh, it's such nice quality. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh, it's huge. This is so gorgeous. This is gonna like transform this space, transform this wall. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, let me see if I can tell what the top is. What's the top? Is that upside down? I can't tell. Okay. Can you kind of see it? Oh, I think that's okay. Check it out. Oh wait, no, it goes this way. I think it's like that. There we go. I don't know which way it goes. I'll figure it out when I put it up. Look at that. It's like a magical, mystical forest scene. Isn't that pretty? It's going to look so gorgeous in here, especially up against the purple. It's going to be so pretty. Okay, let's put this somewhere safely so it doesn't wrinkle. Okay, does it say? All right, there is no note on that one. So if you are responsible for this beautiful, beautiful tapestry, please shout yourself out. Yes, it's very earthy. That was the vibe. I figured that that would look really nice with the ivies around it. It'll kind of look 3D, you know, like we're in a little forest scape, which this is the South Bronx, so it does not look like that here. So I wanted something that was like very earthy, very like nature vibey to give that feeling. Okay. Next. Yeah, Josie, I think it's going to look really nice against the purple. Purple and green is like my vibe. Santa Marta, you know, keeps me with the purple and green going on. So shout yourself out in the comments if you sent the tapestry. Okay, let's see what this is. Ooh, heavy. Okay, yay! All right, so these are the rest of the reeds for the other rooms. So these are glass jars with reed sticks. Okay, so like I said, keeping down on the fire hazards. Oh, Tony just got in from trick-or-treating. Hey, welcome, welcome. Keeping down on the fire hazards. So rather than having like incense in the bathrooms and stuff like that, this is going to be, reed diffusers for each of the bathroom spaces. I'll use the lavender and sandalwood, and yeah, that's going to be really nice. There are 4 of them in here. So all of the tarot tables and the bathrooms will be able to have those on them. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and I'm gonna read the thank you note in a second, but there's one more thing in here. Woo-hoo! This is another poster for the walls. This one has witchcraft knowledge on it. I thought this was really cute. And it's got candle color meanings and some kitchen witchery tips and some, notes on how to make a witch's ladder. Just a cute little poster that is going to be hanging up in the back space. So thank you for that. And this is also from Care Bear. Thank you, my love. You are showing out. There were only 10 of these posters left, so I grabbed you one. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. That is going to look really, really good because it's got the like parchment paper look to it. And I didn't realize it was metal. So that's nice. So I don't have to worry about it like getting damaged. I thought I was going to need picture frames for it, but not if it's metal. That's perfect. And it's got little holes in it, so I can just put it up on the wall. Perfecto. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Care Bear. These are really nice touches that is just going to make the space look so beautiful. Thank you. If you're still in here. Thank you, my love. Okay, we've got 2 more, and they're kind of big ones. So let's see. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to change the game for me. I cannot tell you how many times you guys ask me, do I make oils? Can I make oils available? Can I make more like topical products with the herbal medicine? And the answer is I can now. Oh my gosh, it comes with so many helpful accessories. Check it out, guys. This is an oil infusion machine. This is going to allow me to infuse the oils that I make with herbs and allow me to make oils, butters, etc., etc. So the topical products that I make, like the body balms and lip balms and stuff that I make for myself with the herbs that I grow, the herbs that I get from the farm, I am now going to be able to make much, much bigger batches and make these things available in the shop, which is huge, 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 huge for me. Oh my God, there are so many things that I have wanted to make for you guys that I make for myself, but I'm like, I can't, do it in just like little batches, unfortunately, or like in my home, oven and stuff. It's just too much. This is amazing. Amazing. It comes with all of these different accessories. This is a decart pouch. So if I'm working with cannabis and need to decart first, I can do that in here. There are silicone molds, so I can make bars of herbal butters and stuff like that. Herbal, cocoa butter, shea butter. I can infuse those things with herbs and make them into bars for you guys. And then we've got the gloves for safe pot handling and a pouch for carrying. So this is incredible. Incredible. This is so cool. Power cord in there. Wow. This is going to make my process so much easier. I usually make my oils the old school way. I crush my herbs down into powder form and I put them into oil and I leave them usually out in the sun for a few days, and then I transfer that to usually like my stove or my oven rather, because I have a gas oven and it's about 175 degrees in there at all times. And when you're infusing oil, you, as opposed to like tinctures and oxymels, rather than a cool dark environment, you want a warm dark environment. And that requires a lot of time. It usually takes a couple of months for an oil to be infused enough for the either the medical compounds or the aromatic compounds in the herb to actually infuse into the oil and be, detectable and stuff like that. And it's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of oils that don't survive and that don't, that go bad in the process. I've thrown away a bajillion gallons of oil that didn't work out, doing it the old school way. And, I can't do that for you guys, basically. Like if I'm going to make things available to the shop, I have to know with certainty that the oil, especially if it's medicinal, that it's infused and extracted strong enough that it's actually going to be potent and going to have an effect, and you're going to be able to get the medicinal value from it, and all of that good stuff. And it's got to be shelf stable, so that you can put it wherever and know that the oil is not going to go rancid and develop free radicals or any of those things. So this is such a huge and important investment in this business. And I'm just so grateful that somebody would get me this, because yeah, it's just going to make it so, I'm going to feel so much more confident making the oils that I make for myself available to you guys, knowing that I made it with a machine like this so that, temperatures are right, concentrations are right, all of that good stuff. So thank you. Would we be able to order custom oils like by intention or medicinal purpose? I don't know yet. Perhaps when everything is fully open again, I will be back to doing herbal consultations. Which I was doing before. So basically, what happens in an herbal consultation is we talk about whatever it is that you are trying to address, whether it's a medicinal issue or a magical issue, and then together and through reading, I, determine what product you need. Sometimes it's a tea, sometimes it's a smoke, sometimes it's a steam, sometimes it's a soap. So knowing that I can make oils for individual people will definitely be helpful because that can be one of the things that potentially you might, you know, benefit from depending on your need and stuff like that. So I guess the answer there is yes, in the sense that, we'll be able to, you'll be able to talk about whatever your need is. And then if it makes sense for it to be an oil, I will be able to make it. And that's also another good point, June, that with this machine, I should be able to make not just bigger batches, but smaller batches, which is also kind of hard for me making oils the old school way. Because if I'm going to wait 2 months for an oil to be fully infused and only have a little bit of it and not be able to use it for anything else or for anyone else, that's kind of hard on me in terms of like tying up my jars and space and all of that good stuff. But with this, I can infuse in a matter of hours an oil, and it could much easier make small individual custom orders of oils for people. So yeah, I guess the answer there is yeah. Yeah, thanks for this. So who is the awesome soul that sent this along? Care Bear, what the hell? I have one of these of a different brand and I love it. I use it all the time for can of butter. I don't know if you use it for wheat or herbs, but whatever. I hope you like it. Thank you. Oh my God, you have gone above and beyond. Thank you so, so much. Hi, Justice. Welcome. Love and light from Bristol, Connecticut. How are you? Oh my gosh, yes, it will be used for cannabis. Yes, it will be used for cannabis. Absolutely, it will be used for infusing CBD into products. I probably won't be doing anything with THC. Um, just I don't know if my insurance covers that. I don't know if my insurance covers that. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. It's now legal recreationally here in New York, and you can have several plants and do a lot more with it and stuff like that. But I'll need to look into the legality of that before I mess with that. But I do know that I can safely make CBD oils, butters, and products for offering. So that is definitely on the way, guys. Spoiler alert. You will definitely be seeing some CBD products from the shop very, very soon. And maybe even sooner now that I have this. Oh my God! I am so excited. One of my goals for next year, one of the things actually going on my vision board, I am going to start growing some more. I have many plants, but I'm going to start growing some tobacco, and I'm going to start growing some low THC cannabis. I have decided. So next year I'm going to be growing my own plants. So I cannot wait, because that means that by the summertime or so, I should be able to not only make cannabis infused weed, cannabis infused oil and CBD products. They'll be made with my own plants, which is amazing. That's like my dream come true, is to be able to make products from start to finish and have the whole process be something that I am involved in, from growing the plant to drying them myself, making them into oils, butters, teas, what have you, and offering them. So this is a really big step in that direction for me. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so, so, so much. You rock. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. This is amazing. This and the herb grinder that we opened the last time, you guys, are huge investments in the product portion of this business, huge investments in the bodega. And I see it all so clearly on the horizon. We have no apothecaries in the Bronx. We have no herbal shops. We have really nowhere that you can go to find medicine or products that are made by somebody who knows where every part of the product came from beginning to end. So this is huge. Thank you so, so much. Ooh, Justice grew up in the Bronx for 15 years. Welcome. Oh my God, that's incredible. Okay, we have one more box to open. And it's the biggest one, so I'm trying to make room. Move all the thank you notes over here. Okay, let's see. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to move it. Just open it from here. Okay, this is another case of Amazon sending a really crazy thing. Oh, we were talking about this chair, Amethyst Moon. I did not know anything about gaming chairs. And then Wayfair was having a sale and it was cheaper than an office chair. And it has all these like ergonomic comfort bells and whistles. It's got a footrest and stuff. Get yourself a gaming chair. If you're in the market for a chair, gaming chair. All about it. Okay, yay! All right, let's see what we have here. Okay, this is wrapped up mysteriously and completely wrapped in tape and black paper. Jeez, all right. And what do we have here? I know what this is. Check it out. Yay! Oh, the flowers on the box look like the Dia de los Muertos flowers that are behind me. That's so funny. Check it out, guys. Are you guys ready to steam those yonis? The Illuminati sent this one. I know, right? That was super mysterious, like nothing on the outside. I was like, okay. Steamer. Are you ready? Are you ready to steam those yonis? Come get that yoni steamed, my dear. Yes. So I have my yoni steam seat, which is this really beautiful custom-made wooden steam seat made from I forget what type of wood, but it's stained cherry in color. It's so beautiful. It's already in the relaxation room, in the yoni steam section that I've set up. And the way that I use the box usually at home is I have my big cast iron cauldron on the stove, and I heat all the water up, and then I go pour that into a bowl, or I just put the pot into the box and I sit over that. but I don't have an oven here. I don't have a stove to like heat cast iron, and that would take kind of a long time to heat up the cast iron pot. This is a spa quality steamer that gets hot and steamy in like 15 minutes and uses a lot less water and is the perfect size to fit inside of the steam box. So, yes. Steamer, and look at the orange flowers. They match the flowers that I got today for Dia de los Muertos. Look at that. It was meant to be. Thank you. Okay, there's another thing in the box. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Can we see that? This is a mobile laptop desk. It is on wheels, I think, and it is for your laptop. And this is so that classes can be taught from the relaxation room. We live in a virtual world and everything is virtual nowadays. And so, for those of you who cannot make it to the space, cannot make it to the Bronx, or cannot attend classes, meditation classes, yoga classes, workshops, whatever may be going on in there, this is going to allow us to broadcast the class or the workshop from the relaxation room, because the teacher will be able to set up their laptop in the room and move it to wherever they need it to be in the space on whatever angle. The table like goes like this, on whatever angle they need it to be. So if they're down on the floor demonstrating something, if they're demonstrating something on the Reiki table, et cetera, they're going to be able to broadcast what they're doing from in there, because there's no room in there for like a desk or anything like that, or like any type of like full studio setup. But you could definitely put a laptop and put the lights on in there and be able to teach a class from inside the space. So for people who want to do workshops that they want to make available in person and also online via Zoom, or things like that, this is going to make that happen. I'm so happy. This is super, super, super helpful. Otherwise, it would be like really difficult to do live classes from in there or anything like that. So this is great. This is a mobile desk. Yes. Okay. And I know I don't see a note, but that is okay, because I know who this is from now that I see the desk. This is from one of my besties. Her name is Jeanette. We call her Gigi. And today is actually her birthday. So it is so incredible. That's how you know you have a friend, when you are opening gifts from them and it's their birthday. So that is some serious love. I appreciate it so, so, so much. If you guys would say happy birthday, Gigi, in the comments, I would so appreciate it. I don't know if she's in here right now. I think she's at dinner with her husband probably, but I will let her know that she was shouted out and that everybody sent her birthday love and so many thanks, because these are two things, the steamer and the table, two things that are really, really key to all the services that are going to be happening in the relaxation room. So thank you. Thank you guys for wishing her a happy birthday. Oh. Okay, I'm going to put this on the floor. Oh man, amazing. Amazing. I can't wait to set it up. Incredible. Thank you guys. The super is absolutely gonna choke me out, because I am putting so many boxes and stuff in the basement, and so the building, apparently, according to the super, there's a little bit of tension between the tenants who live in the building and like the offices in the bottom where I am on the first floor. So I was like, I really want to make sure that the tenants of the building love me, okay? And I don't want them to have any beef with me the way that they do with like any of the other offices. So I guess one of the things that the other offices do that the tenants get mad about is they put a bunch of trash down in the trash room and they like hog up the space. So I was like, I'm not going to be that guy. So I've been putting my trash in the basement slowly but surely. Everything's in the closet and I've been like putting boxes down there like one by one. But this is a lot of boxes and they need to go down so that we can open next week. I got to get the trash out of here. So, yeah. But I went to the Tenants Association fall gathering. Okay. I came ready to make a donation to the food. And I am joining the Tenants Association, which you have to pay for. So I kind of feel like, I don't know how many of the corporate offices in the building are on the Tenants Association. You know what I mean? They're probably not because they don't have to be. But I was like, I am not just an office here. I want the people of the building to feel like this is a place that they can come to. This is not like an outside business. I grew up in the building next door, for crying out loud. So for me, this is home, So I want the tenants to feel like I'm just another neighbor. And I'm going to be doing like free workshops for them and like discounted stuff just for them. So I think they're going to like me. They're going to like me and it's going to be okay that I put all my trash in the trash. The energy outside was so tense. I had to come back in early. I can bet. I was out yesterday after doing my readings at the bookshop. I had to do some grocery shopping. I had to get some herbs. I was out of hibiscus. I can't be out of hibiscus. So I had to go to Calusians. Shout out to Calusians, saving your girl in an emergency because they've got the most extensive collection of herbs and spices anywhere in the city. Really good quality. So shout out to them. So I had to run to Calusians and stock up on some motherwort and some hibiscus and some stuff that I need to restock the shop for opening up this weekend. And it was intense. People were dressed up and, it was that vibe. And I was just like, ooh, I was looking forward to getting home too. It wasn't like bad. It wasn't like tense in a bad way. It was just intense. It was like high energy. And I felt like everybody was kind of anxious. You know what I mean? Like in past years when it's been Halloween, it's felt more festive, more lighthearted. Everybody's already kind of drunk and like, it's a party. But yesterday felt, I guess the word would be intense. It felt a little bit more like, I felt like everyone was kind of doing this, kind of looking around to see like, are people wearing masks? Are they not? Like, is somebody going to get mad at somebody else? Like, is there going to be drama? So I feel like everybody was kind of pensive, maybe is the word, sort of like expecting something to go down. So I was really grateful to be coming home myself. Yeah, exactly. Like pensive, I guess is the word, just sort of tense. Like nothing bad was happening, but it was like kind of like I was on the train platform going uptown and the downtown train platform was like totally packed with people who are going out to party. And a lot of them were in costume and stuff like that. And like nobody was really talking. And usually Halloween night, it's like, everybody's like, fucked up. Everybody's like already drunk. It's only 9:00. People are like turned up. They've been day partying. Like, and it wasn't like that. Everybody, had like their destination where they were going. They were specifically going to a place. They weren't just like bar hopping around, being crazy. Everybody seemed like a little bit tense, like they were not so sure. Bye, Zale. You can always catch the rest of it later. Yeah, so I'm glad that I'm spending Samhain this year just by myself with the spirits in the new space. you know, definitely I'm not in the mind space or the energy space right now for like too much turn up, too much, excitement and drama. And, I'm definitely not trying to be involved in any like arguments with people over like, vaxes and masks and who can come in and no gracias. No gracias. I don't want to do that. All right. So thank you guys so much again to everybody who donated. I am so, oh God, I just love you guys so much. I am so grateful for this. I could not get these things right now. Did you do a dumb supper? I will tonight. When I'm done here, I'm going to clean up, set up the altar, bless the altar, take my spiritual bath. No, hubby will not be with me. He's at home waiting for me to come home. He has his phone on so that, if anything goes down over here, if the paranormal activity is too much, I can run home. So he'll be ready for me. The ancestor altar at home is lit and active and prayed over this morning. So he's kind of in charge of the home altar tonight. And I'll be setting up the office altar. Thank you, Stephanie. I'll tell her you said that. I'll be setting up the office altar here when I'm done and taking my bath. And I'm not cooking this year. I usually would cook, but I am going to be ordering out this year. It's not my usual, but it feels appropriate for the office altar because the ancestors that I'm honoring specifically on the office altar are the ancestors of the practices that will be done here. So Patanjali is going to be up there, the writer of the Yoga Sutras, Gerald Gardner, the creator of Wicca, Pamela Coleman Smith. So the ancestors that are relevant to my practice and to the practices that are going to be given here are the ancestors that are going to be honored on this altar specifically. And so it feels appropriate. Like I feel like I would never order takeout for my ancestors, my family ancestors that I honor at home. I feel like they'd be like, girl, what is this? Like, unless I ordered like specifically soul food or something, but I wouldn't do that. But here, it makes perfect sense because it's like all the food that is eaten here is going to be takeout. There's no kitchen to cook in. So, anytime anyone orders lunch or anything like that, it's going to be takeout. So I'm going to order takeout from the neighborhood, not crap, good, healthy, vegan food. I'm very grateful. We have some great places to order food from nowadays that are coming into the neighborhood. So it'll be a nice dinner, I think. So I am excited for my dumb supper and my bath and all the stuff happening tonight. So, and if you came in late and you didn't share what you were doing tonight for Halloween or Samhain, drop it down in the comments. We talked about everybody's plans a little bit earlier, but don't be left out. What are you doing? Betty is preparing eggplant parmesan tonight. Eggplant parmesan is tricky. It's something I've never made. My friend Amanda is like a great chef, and she really takes pride in her eggplant parmesan. And it's, according to her, it's all about the preparation of the eggplant because you got to get the moisture out. So she goes through a whole process of getting all the moisture out of the eggplant so that it cooks up and has like a good crisp on it. And she was like telling me all about it. And I was like, that shit sounds complicated. I don't know if that dish is for me. Oh yeah, Mariah is settled into their house. So you're going to have trick-or-treaters. That's really cool. Tony's doing a dumb supper for grandma. Nice. Beets and blueberry muffins are her favorite. Cool. You don't hear that often, that somebody's favorite thing is beets. Oh, I love that you have a fire pit in the front. That's nice. So you can just sit there and watch all the trick-or-treaters go by. Oh, that's so like hocus pocus of you. You know, I love that. In the city, it's a little bit different. Um, our trick or treating isn't quite the same. Usually, what the kids in the neighborhood do is they go around to the local stores, the local bodegas and stuff, because most of the buildings, like the apartment buildings, they don't allow, they don't allow trick or treaters because it can get, a little out of hand. Everybody's got different views and stuff like that. So most buildings don't encourage stuff like that. So, so it's a little different here. We don't get the cool suburban vibe, of like all the neighborhood kids going around and stuff like that. So that's cool. Your grandma loves beets. I mean, I like beets too. I like them in smoothies mostly. I really don't cook with them as much as I probably should. But that's just funny that somebody's like, I love beets. And every time I think of beets, I think of, do you guys remember Doug? Remember the cartoon Doug? Wasn't that the band that they were obsessed with? The Beats! Remember? Tell me you guys remember that. I think the rock band that they loved was the Beats. So anytime I think of Beats, I think of Doug. Yes! Ooh, fettuccine Alfredo. Yum. Yeah. You might want to, I feel like that'll get funky overnight. Yeah, but still good. Pizza pockets and chicken and watching a scary movie with my dog. Yes, definitely watch Hocus Pocus. It's got to be done. I'm going to put Hocus Pocus on, you guys. Yes. I didn't even think of that. Yes. Thank you, Sharon. I am going to put on Hocus Pocus while I'm in here cleaning and ordering dinner and getting ready for my ritual. Of course. Yes. Care Bear is making venison meatloaf. Potatoes and carrots will offer some of my ancestor altar online ritual later. Nice. Venison meatloaf, very ancestral. Going with some game meat. Like it. Oh, who asked? What's a dumb supper? Oh, Mariah. Oh, yes. A dumb supper is a ritual supper that Wiccans do on Samhain often, but you can do them at any time, but it's traditional to do it on Samhain. And basically it involves setting the table for everyone for dinner and setting up a plate for the ancestors, lighting a candle, incense, flowers, all that stuff. Just basically making a really nice setting for them. And then sitting down and having dinner with them completely silent. So no one talks, hand signals, pass the salt, so everyone is silent and basically just gives spirit the opportunity to move through the space however they like and, make themselves heard or known in any way that they like. So, that's a dumb supper. Cat Mama remembers. I love Doug. Okay, Coco is another good one. I actually haven't seen that one. And everyone says that it's such a good movie and does such a good job of explaining like souls and spirits and the afterlife and stuff. And it's very witchy. So I think that's a good one too. And Halloween Town is great. According to Little Nas X, Disney Channel has not shown Halloween Town all October. And he's very upset about it. Halloween Town's a classic. Yes, I love the idea of putting on a cute witchy kid movie on Samhain Day. Yeah, I don't know. Should I watch Coco? It's going to be hard for me not to watch Hocus Pocus, though. Because Hocus Pocus is like life. My husband's favorite holiday movie is Christmas Story. And you know how they play it on Marathon, usually on Christmas Day? He puts it on and leaves it on all day. And it doesn't matter what part is on, he will watch it like as if he's never seen it. And he just sit there and laugh. And I feel the same way about Hocus Pocus. That's my movie. I will put it on Halloween day, let it play on repeat, and it doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. I will sit and watch it every single time. And I am not like that because I'm not a movie person, really. I don't know why. I'm just not really like big into movies. I get bored easily or something. And once I've seen a movie, I'm not going to watch it again. You know, I know what happens. I got it. I'm good. I'm not going to see it again. Hocus Pocus is one of the few complete exceptions. I will watch it over and over and over. Lawrence Berg says, I am like your sister. Bette Midler is so good in it. Everyone's so good in it. It's so good. It's so silly. I was watching it the other day because they had it on in the park for the kids, like a big movie screen in the park. And, you know, it's just like a typical kid Disney movie, but it's amazing. It is amazing. My sister will not watch a movie again. Yeah, once I've seen it, I've seen it, you know? So yeah, maybe I'll watch Coco and see what that's all about because people have definitely talked about it. They're making another one, another Hocus Pocus. See, I don't know how I feel about all the remakes. You know? Like the number one Home Alone. Yeah, Home Alone's a classic. Home Alone I could watch again, I think. I wouldn't like go out of my way to watch it again, but like if I had to watch it with like my cousins or something and put them on to it or whatever, I could sit through it. That is a good one. You know what I want to watch with my niece? And I'm really excited because I'm going to watch it with her at Christmas. I'm going to make it a point. I want to watch Matilda. I hadn't thought about Matilda in so long. And then the other day I was like, oh my God, Matilda. Like that is probably, like we think about all the shows and movies and stuff that like made an impact on us when we were really young that kind of explain why we're like into witchy stuff now. And I was like, Matilda is like not talked about enough. Mariah gasps telepathically. I feel like if I look back on my life, Matilda probably had the most impact on me as like actually thinking in my mind that like I could be a witch. Do you know what I mean? And little lavender, come on now, the representation, little lavender. I love that. So this is going to be a hard choice what movie to put on because now I'm feeling like I need to catch up on Matilda because I haven't seen that one since I was actually like little. So I don't remember it. So it'll be like, you know, if I put Matilda on now, I'm going to be totally distracted and I won't be able to get stuff done because I'm going to want to sit and watch it again because I don't remember all the details, you know. Hocus Pocus, I think, is the best thing for me to put on while I'm getting ready because I don't need to sit in front of it to know what's going on. I can be cleaning and I can just be listening to it and I'll know exactly what's happening. So we'll see. What? The new Hocus Pocus isn't a remake, it's a sequel with the original cast? No. Now that I will watch. That I will definitely watch. What? That would be freaking amazing. Someone said Carrie. I don't know. I'm not the biggest actual horror movie fan. I like silly kid scary movies, you know, kid Halloween movies. Actual scary movies, like, I don't know. They're okay, but I don't know if I want to be scared in here by myself. It's my first night being in here by myself. It is Halloween. People like to act crazy. I don't have a top lock on the door here yet. I just have like one little lock on the bottom. Maybe not. I'm going to be doing, you know, magic shrooms. I don't know if horror movies are the best idea. I want to be in a very high vibrational space tonight. Have you heard the backstory about Matilda? The actress Mara Wilson was actually living with Danny DeVito during filming. Really? There's all this sweet history between them. Oh, what? I have to look into that. Stephanie is going to watch a classic vampire movie and cook chicken Alfredo. That's so crazy. June's making Alfredo. Was it Halloween? Alfredo is the traditional Halloween dish. And do a tarot reading on myself. Nice. Yeah, I feel like, if I'm going to be journeying on herbal medicine tonight, I don't know if filling my head up with a whole bunch of horror movie stuff while I'm alone in this office with the lights off is the best idea. I want to watch something more fun, I think it's going to be Hocus Pocus. I think we all know it's going to be Hocus Pocus. Alfredo is the new Halloween staple. It's like the green bean casserole. Alfredo is the green bean casserole of Halloween. So, speaking of tarot readings, now that we are done opening all of your amazing, amazing donations, I figure we will get into the collective reading. Yeah, vampire movies are classics. It has to be Hocus Pocus, right? I mean, come on. I can't go a Halloween without seeing it. That would it would feel incomplete. All right, so in case you guys didn't see the beginning, thank you so much for all of your donations. There's still much to be done to make sure that this space can not only open, but stay open for all of the year. So please do still consider giving a donation of funds or supplies to this project. In terms of funds, I am trying to raise $10,000 because that's how much it will take to make sure that all of the rent, the lights, everything, internet is all paid up, water, I have to pay for water, all of that stuff is all taken care of until the end of the year. So that way, not only can we open this space, but it can stay open. And no matter, how many people come for readings or how many practitioners come to give services, we know that all of those important basic bills and maintenance will be taken care of. So please do consider donating funds to the GoFundMe. Thank you to everyone who already has. Everyone who donates $100 or more is getting a mystery magic box from me in the mail around the end of the month. So that's a little extra incentive for donating and a way for me to say thank you. Please share this live, share my posts with your friends, family members, let them know about this cause. This is not just about opening a space where I can do stuff. This is bringing a space for the witches of the Bronx. There is no space like this here. A place where people can go and get spiritual services. If you want to get tarot readings, if you want to get Reiki, if you want to have guided meditations, you pretty much have to go to Manhattan or Brooklyn for those things. And this is the first space like this in this neighborhood. And this neighborhood needs it and deserves it. Because like I said, it's mostly made up of essential workers and restaurant workers and delivery people and MTA employees and basically just everybody who has kept the city running during COVID. Manhattan fleed basically the people of Manhattan who could afford. They went to the Hamptons, they went to Connecticut, they went back to wherever mom and dad are, and they were able to quarantine safely and work remotely and do all of that stuff that people in this neighborhood did not have the privilege of doing. And you can see from the numbers of how many people contracted COVID and how many people died from COVID in this neighborhood, what a detrimental impact it has for this neighborhood to be lacking in those types of privileges, those types of services. And spiritual healing should not be a privilege, in my opinion. So this space does so much for this neighborhood and will do so much for this neighborhood. So by donating it to it, you're really making a difference here, I believe. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your donations. You can still also donate supplies. There is still much that is needed. Mariah was talking about those bath mats. We need yoga mats and meditation cushions and things for the relaxation room so that practitioners who come here do not have to provide those things for themselves. Practitioners of color, disabled practitioners, LGBTQ practitioners, practitioners from marginalized groups will be encouraged to come here and offer their services in a safe and understanding space. And I understand that if you come from a marginalized background, even though you may have amazing services to offer people, you might not be able to afford things like a Reiki table or a steam box or any of those things. And I want to provide those things so that practitioners can come here and only need to be concerned with delivering their incredible service, not be concerned with whether or not they have certain stuff to be able to do what they need to do. So the GoFundMe is still open and still raising funds. The registry is still open and available and taking donations. So just click the description box in the bottom of this video for the links to those things. And even if you just send an encouraging word, drop a comment in the GoFundMe, light a candle of manifestation, say a prayer, anything that you do to contribute energy to this project, I am super, super grateful for you. And people who donate to the registry will also be getting a thank you from me in the mail. So if you order something from the registry list, please make sure to include your address so that I can send that thank you out to you at the end of the month. So yeah, thanks guys. Practical Magic is a good one. I haven't seen that one in years, actually. And that might be that's probably my number 2 favorite witchy movie after Hocus Pocus. No, hold up. The Craft, Hocus Pocus, Practical Magic, in that order. That's what I have to say. Queen of the Damned is awesome. Is that the one with Aaliyah? It's showing on Hulu, and Bram Stoker's Dracula. I haven't seen Queen of the Damned in ages. Might do that one tonight. Never seen Hocus Pocus? Laurenberg. What? No judgment, but what? Never seen Hocus Pocus? You gotta do it. You gotta do it. And Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, that's a good one. And Caroline. I liked Caroline. I actually saw that one in theaters, like with my sister, I think. Maybe I went with my husband. I can't remember. But yeah, Caroline is cool. Nightmare Before Christmas, definitely. Practical Magic and Nightmare Before Christmas, I might have to put those on tomorrow while I'm working, because those are 2 that I haven't seen in a long time. And it would be kind of nice to go back down memory lane. I haven't seen the new Craft movie either. I wasn't, like I said, I'm not, except I don't think that one's a remake either, right? That one's supposed to be like a sequel or something, like Their Daughters or something like that. I don't know. I love the original Craft so much that I didn't want to mess with it. And Rachel True's not in the new Craft, so I was like, if Rochelle's not in it, then, Right? Tony's like, you haven't seen Practical Magic, then? Yeah, Practical Magic is a good one. That's a good one. I like that one because that one's like a grown-up witchy movie, I've got my Hocus Pocus. That's my childhood days. I've got The Craft. That's my teenage days. And then Practical Magic. That's kind of my grown-up days. Not chronologically. That's not when those movies came out. But the characters in it are grown. They're adults. So I kind of relate to it more as an adult. And so each of those movies kind of touches on a stage in my life. So the new one isn't all that. Yeah, I was worried about that. That's why I didn't want to bother. I was like, I don't feel confident that it's going to be good. And, I could tell from the trailer that it was going to be a little bit more on the like, you know, supernatural power thing. I like the craft because it didn't just, it wasn't like, oh, now you can like poof, make somebody disappear or like, you know, levitate somebody or whatever. All the powers that the girls had came from the rituals that they did and the deity that they were praying to, you know? And I felt like that was a little bit more realistic. Obviously, they take some creative license in the movie, but I felt like that was a little bit more true to magic, you know? You don't just poof, make someone disappear. But if you, you know, do the right ritual and call on the right spirit, you might be able to get somebody's hair to fall out. I don't feel confident it's going to be good. Yeah. Kubo and the 2 strings. I've never even heard of that. I have never even heard of that. All right, guys. So they learned everything from Rachel. All right, so let's get into this reading for the collective. I'm so excited and grateful to be doing this, honestly. Betty reminded us that we haven't had a collective reading since July 27th, which I know is technically only a few months ago, but it feels like way, way longer, you know? Yeah, I heard that Rachel True and the girl who plays Nancy was actually Wiccan at the time of the movie. So the 2 of them, I heard, are really responsible for making sure that the movie, you know, was as authentic as it could be, or it incorporated some like real life stuff and wasn't too made up. So I think the reason why the craft really why it doesn't offend real witches and why actual witches really like it, even though it's Hollywood, you know, a Hollywoodified version, is because it wasn't like slap you in the face offensively just wrong. You know what I mean? At least it was kind of on point. And I like that the girls, their powers came from another source, you know, rather than it just being like, oh, poof, now you have powers. It was like, no, we went to a particular deity, we went to a particular spirit and entered into a contract with them, and now can call into this physical world spiritual, supernatural, paranormal events that are reality in the spiritual realm, but not in this realm typically. And that, I think, is a little bit less Hollywood and a little bit more in alignment with what witches actually do and where witches actually get their ability to manipulate the physical world. I think. So that's why I love it. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so I immediately went to this new deck. I have a couple of decks that I've gotten since we've been doing the lives. And you guys know I don't have very many decks. They pretty much all fit in this box right here. I am not a deck collector. I find decks that really speak to me and that serve a specific purpose. And they have different vibes. And, you know, I will reach for the deck that kind of flows with what I am needing in terms of the energy. So I don't often get new decks, but these 2 were very special. The deck I'm going to be pulling from today is the Miss Cleo deck. And I'm super excited to be using this deck today because Miss Cleo is one of the ancestors that's going to be honored on the office altar, because she is definitely an important ancestor in terms of tarot reading. She brought tarot reading to the mainstream, really. I don't think that any of us would be making a living as tarot readers, doing live readings, things like that, if it wasn't for Miss Cleo, because she really showed us a different side of tarot, and kind of showed us a little bit of what it's like to actually read for people for a business. She's also kind of savvy business-wise. She was a really savvy marketer, really smart. Let me show you. I got the Miss Cleo's Tarot Power set. Okay. This is an original set that she released back in the day. And in it is a VHS on how to read tarot, which I have not seen because I do not have a VCR. So if anybody knows how I can turn this VHS into a file that I can watch, let me know, because I would love to watch it. But it's a VHS, and her book, which is a short little guide on spiritual living, and the deck. So I gifted this to myself in August for my birthday. I found it on Mercari. And she was ahead of the game. You know, she made her own deck. This is a Kemetic inspired deck. So all of the images are, you know, ancient Egyptian inspired imagery. So talk about representation in a deck way before anybody was doing it, way before it was cool. Yeah, I might have to get a VCR, right? You know, way before it was cool, way before everybody and their mama was making their own version of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, all of that stuff. She recognized that she needed to have African representation in her deck, and that is very forward thinking. You know, now we're like, of course, you got to have representation in your deck. You got to have different cultures expressed in your deck. Of course, you know. Now we have the modern witches tarot and all of these different, the hoodoo tarot, the tarot of the Orishas. We have all of these decks that incorporate African imagery and symbols and figures and things like that. But Miss Cleo was doing it back in the day, long before it was trendy, long before it was cool. So she's just an incredible role model and spirit to call on for me as a reader, because she really set the tone for this whole tarot reading as a profession thing, you know? So shout out to her. We lost her in 2019. She is now one of the ancestors, and it feels very special to work with her deck today, knowing that she is one of the ancestors that I'm going to be honoring on the altar. Hi, Jamie. Welcome. All right, so if you guys are ready, I'm going to pull some cards for the collective, okay? Whew. So let me just take a second to just get into the right space. If you guys want to join me in just taking a minute to call on your ancestors, your guides, your guardians to be with you during this reading, giving thanks to all of those that we've lost this year and in years past, who have moved on to be spirit beings. We call on all of those honorable and high vibrational spirits to be with us, to help us to understand and receive the messages that they've been trying to give to us all year, probably. This is a perfect opportunity for them to speak through the cards and deliver those messages to us in a way that is clear, that's high vibrational, that's loving, that's helpful, that's guiding. And I just give thanks to each and every one of those spirits for being with us, for being with you. And I give thanks to each and every one of you for tuning into this reading and receiving this message, whether you're here right now or whether you tune in later. I honor you and I thank you for spending this time with me. And with the help of the gods, guardians, angels, ancestors, and spirits around me, so mote it be. Just call them in. Calling in the spirits. Okay, Ashe is right. All right, so I think instead of, back in the day when we were doing the live weekly readings, I would usually pull 7 cards, one for every day of the week. This is a little bit different because we're getting a forecast for this energy, this period of time. For some of us might last until, the new moon on Thursday. I think from now until the new moon is a great time as the moon is waning, as it's getting smaller, to let go of things, to let go of this past year, to let go of things that no longer serve us, to find peace with the things that we have lost. And then starting with the new moon on Thursday, that would be a great time to turn your attention to calling in the new things that you want for this year. As the moon grows from new to full, it's a great time to put in energy for the things that you want to see grow and develop over the year. So this reading is going to be focused mostly on that. Okay, and I have some questions coming to me. Wow. Okay. So I wanted to ask Spirit 4 questions basically to help us receive a message for the collective that will help us all really utilize this time and, set our intentions for this upcoming year and all of that. So the first thing that I asked was, what do we need to be thankful for from this past year, from last Halloween, last Samhain till now? What should we be thankful for? What has come to be over this past year that we can really celebrate now? Then I asked, what do we need to let go of? What is it that has carried on throughout the year that maybe hasn't served us so well, or that won't serve us in the upcoming year that we need to let go of? I asked what we need to call in, because whenever you're letting something go, you want to call something in. So if we're going to let go of something, then what do we want to call in its place? And then I asked how we can best utilize this time, how we can best utilize this Samhain energy, this turn of the wheel energy, to manifest whatever it is that we want for this upcoming year. So the messages here are very, very interesting. I want you guys to be able to see the symmetry that came up here. So let me see if I can do this. See if I can take you guys into my view. Okay, yay. All right, so you can kind of see my view here. And, oh, it's backwards though. So start over here. That's the first card. But we have Death in reverse, the Knight of Coins, the 10 of Staffs, and the Devil in reverse. Do you see that symmetry of how we're facing each other? We have two major arcana cards in the reverse, and the two cards are very similar imagery-wise, Death and the Devil. And then in the center, we have us here facing one direction for what we are letting go, literally handing it off to someone else, letting it go. And then what we are calling in, literally carrying all of this new stuff that we are picking up. I love this deck, you guys. Love, love, love this deck. It speaks so loudly. I definitely feel like Miss Cleo's energy is very powerful, very clear. So I don't know if you guys remember, some of you may not be old enough, but if you were old enough to remember Miss Cleo, there was never any uncertainty with her. You know what I mean? She would be like, yeah, he's cheating, girl. Yeah, he's cheating. There's no question about it. You know what I mean? She's very direct, very to the point. And I feel like her cards and her deck are like that too, which is awesome. So let's get into it. So in terms of what we need to be grateful for this year, what we can reflect on and everything like that, we have Death in the reverse. It's really bright. I wish you could see the full colors. They're really pretty. They're like primary colors. It's all just like red, blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow. Very primary colors, but it makes it really easy to see the imagery. We have Death in the reverse. And so Death in the reverse is about new beginnings, starting over and laying things to rest. And the difficulty that sometimes comes with doing that, oftentimes when the Death card comes up, it's an energy of not being willing to accept that something is over, that something has run its course, and that something has come to an end. When this card comes up in the reverse for me, it's like that has finally been accepted. And you're finally able to internalize that things have run their course and they have been completed. And that is something to be grateful for this past year, because if you were struggling to let something go, if you were struggling to start a new project, start a new way of life, step into a new way of being, this year you definitely were able to do that, and were finally able to take that leap, take that jump and say, okay, the past is in the past, what has died is done, and I'm ready for something completely new. That happened for you this year. So unlike, especially with the new moon coming up, I think we talk a lot about like new beginnings and starting something new. But what's coming through with this card is the new thing for you and this collective group already started. It already started this year. And that was a challenge, and it's something to really be grateful for and really pat yourself on the back, because you played a role in that too, but to also thank the guides and the guardians that helped you to get to that point. So this is the perfect time to do that, to express that gratitude and that thankfulness for all of the help that you received from the divine, that you received from your ancestors, from angels, from any other spiritual beings that have helped you to overcome your fears, overcome your hesitation, and to start something fresh. So I think a lot of us started new projects, new, I know people moved into new homes, new environments, new neighborhoods, and the process of doing that was pretty challenging. getting to the point where you were ready to start something new was really challenging. But now that you have, now is the time to express some gratitude for that to yourself. Like Snoop Dogg said at his, Walk of Fame speech, I thank myself. Don't forget to thank yourself, because you were the one who, at the end of the day, had to do the giving up and had to go to spirit, go to your ancestors, go to your angels and say, I cannot do this by myself. I need divine assistance in letting go of the past and starting something over. Starting something new is always scary. So thank yourself for being able to do that, first of all, but also, and because today is Samhain, make sure to thank the beings that have been there with you. And I love that in the card, we have like the Anubis figure holding an Ankh here, which is a representation of fertility. And I know some of us have had babies this year and started new families, gotten married. I know people have, some of their children have gotten married, and they have, are welcoming in, in-laws and new family members into their family collective. So all of that new beginning energy already happened this year. And the stress, that comes before you decide to start something new or accept something new into your life, that part has passed and the newness has begun. Sharon's talking about getting a new job. And so that hurdle of actually getting the new thing has already happened. And now it's time to give thanks for that. Yes, June, congratulations. Now is the time to give thanks. Give thanks, give thanks. Give thanks to the divine beings that helped to coordinate that. Your sister being pregnant, that baby, that is a divine being that has come to earth, that, a divine being is going to inhabit that body and use that body to walk on this earth. So that is obviously a very cosmic process. So there's so much to be thankful for in that regard. Care Bear bought a house and is remodeling. Oh, and I can't even imagine. I have never bought a house. I've bought a car, but my husband did the work on that one. So I can imagine that before you buy a house, there is a lot of anxiety and nervousness about whether or not it's the right move. And there is a lot that you have to let go of in order to move into your new space. So that has already been done. So Spirit is saying now is the time to give thanks for all of the new things that came to be in this past year since last Samhain. And in terms of what it is that we now need to let go, because every year the process begins again. We do it over every year. We do it over every year. Now it's time to give up something else and let some more new things manifest this year. What do we need to give up? Here we have the Knight of Coins or the Knight of Pentacles. And two things came through really strongly with this. First of all, procrastination was the first thing that comes through. So I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know which one of you knows that this is like a really, sticky point for you that keeps you from bringing new things into your life. But whatever you are hesitating to get started on, whatever you are procrastinating about, or if it's not something specific that you procrastinate about, it's just that procrastination in general is just something that really, bothers you and is something that really holds you up from starting new. Knight of Coins is saying procrastination. Literally, we need to take that and give it up. Give it up. Give it up to Spirit, okay? You need to let it go. So procrastination came through really strong. The next thing that came through is anxiety and hesitation about money. Okay, anxiety and hesitation about money. If you are afraid to make investments, you're afraid to spend money because you are worried that it will never come back. That is the wrong mindset. And I don't usually use words like right and wrong, but that is the wrong mindset to have if you are trying to manifest something, if you are trying to bring something new into your life. And I'm not saying spend recklessly or, throw all your money down the tubes or whatever. But what I am saying is, if there are projects, if there are practices, if there are even mindsets that you want to cultivate in this upcoming year, and it requires a financial investment of some kind, understand that you are investing in yourself. Okay, you are investing in yourself. And there's a difference between proper planning and being careful and being frugal and procrastinating financially, basically, like holding off and being like, oh, I don't want to spend the money on this because, I'm not so sure that I can make it back. I don't know if it's going to come back. That is worry. That's anxiety. That is making excuses. That's procrastination at its, finest, basically. That's not the same thing as sitting down and making like a financial plan for how to responsibly go about spending it. That's different. Okay, Tony said, girl, stop talking about me. Hey, you're here for the reading for a reason. Don't blame me, blame Miss Cleo and her cards. So yeah, those are the two things that came through the strongest: procrastination and being afraid to make financial investments. No more emergency money, magic money. Oh, yes. Right. So this is, being afraid to spend, being afraid to invest in yourself, worrying that you're not going to have any. When we worry that we're not going to have anything, then we are not having faith, basically. We are not having faith in spirit if we are afraid that they are not going to have our backs. They are rooting for us. They are there to help us. They will absolutely support us and send the things that we need along the way if we are able to have faith and move out of the way the things that we don't need, or invest our time, money, energy in places where it needs to be. So procrastination, giving up, financial, I almost want to call it like stinginess, like being stingy with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that there's a higher power involved in what you are needing. And June said, catch his Holy Spirit. There are higher powers involved in this process. You are not by yourself. So you don't need to just sit there and worry that like, oh, if I give up this $100, like, oh no, I'm never going to give it back. You are investing in yourself. You are going to get it 10 times over. But you've got to make that investment. Also coming through is like earthly temptation. Someone said candy, and like that really struck a chord when you said candy, because this made me think of like those gold chocolates, those gold chocolates that they give out at like Chinese New Year and stuff like that. The first thing I thought of was like those gold chocolates. Indulgences, giving up indulgences. It's almost like I'm feeling like some of you would rather spend money on, your vices, spend money on drinks, spend money on going out and having a good time, but then turn around and say, oh, I can't afford to invest in that class, or I can't afford to invest in that new business, or I can't afford to save for moving to a new location, even though, the one I'm in is totally toxic. So definitely take a look at where you are spending your money. See if you are procrastinating and spending it on investments in yourself, and see if you are wasting it on some of your more earthly pleasures and then turning around and saying, I don't have any money. Okay? Because Spirit wants us to let go of that in this upcoming year. So like I said, on Thursday, we have a new moon, right? I said, ooh. We have a new moon. So between now and the new moon is a great time to turn your attention to what you need to let go of, what you need to get rid of. So if you have, dependencies or addictions on earthly pleasures, while knowing that you have goals that you want to accomplish that require financial investment, then you're kind of only delaying your blessings and delaying your benefits. Care Bear said cigarettes. That would be exactly right. Sit down and calculate how much money you spend in a year on cigarettes. And ask yourself whether or not you tell yourself, oh, I don't have the money to invest in that class, or I don't have the money to invest in that thing, or I don't have the money to invest in stocks, bonds. Maybe you want to invest, but you keep telling yourself that you can't. You keep procrastinating starting up an investment account because you don't have the money yet. You're spending X amount of money every year on cigarettes. That happened for me in 2019 when I realized that I was literally putting myself in financial debt over taxis. And it was because I was managing restaurants in the city. I was working till 4 in the morning and then having to be back to open the place at 11 in the morning the next day. And I felt like the only way for me to be able to get home quickly so I could get some kind of sleep was taxis. So I was taxiing back and forth to work every single day, and I was spending hundreds of dollars on taxis. Now, I was making a really good salary, so I told myself, I can afford it. But just because I could afford it doesn't mean that I should be doing it, because even though I could afford it, technically, I wasn't able to afford other things that I really wanted to be doing. And when I cut out taking taxis everywhere and suddenly had all this money, I was able to invest in myself. By the end of 2019, BronxWitch was a thing. Even just going to the event where I met the witch that inspired me to get started, even that is something that previously I may not have had the money for because I was spending it all on taxis. But I had it because I cut that out of my budget, and now I'm here. So take a look at the things that you indulge in terms of physical earthly pleasures that are causing you to delay investing in yourself. So Sharon's doing good. Good. That's good. That is good. Okay, so procrastination came through. Earthly pleasures that we are, spending too much money on and not investing in ourselves came through with this. These are things to take a look at between now and the new moon and consider giving up this Samhain season. Okay. And then what are we calling in? We have the 10 of Staffs. Okay. We are calling in responsibility. We are calling in, I want to say burdens, but that's like a negative connotation. I think responsibility is probably like the good thing, the best word to use. We're calling in new responsibilities, new creative projects. I keep feeling art. So some of you want to pursue art and want to be more artistic and more creative, and you are maybe not giving yourself the time or not putting in enough money to invest in those things. If you've been telling yourself, I can't afford to buy paint, I can't afford, to get new canvases, I can't afford studio time for my photography, things like that. Spirit is saying, take a look at where you are spending that money on personal pleasures, things like that. Take a look at where you're procrastinating and where you're using your lack of money as an excuse for delaying getting started on new things and investing in your artistic pursuits, your new passions, your new projects. I really like the energy in this card because it's a little different from the way we see the 10 of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, where the person is literally burdened with all of their wands. They're having a really hard time making it to their destination because they have so much in their hands. Whereas this is really like powerful. This is like, I got this. I can carry this. No problem. This is not weighing me down. Bring it on. I will take on more stuff. So Spirit is saying you can absolutely do it. If you think right now that you don't have enough money, or you think right now that you don't have enough time, you don't have enough energy, that's not true. That is just not true. Your time, your energy, and your money is being tied up with indulging in worldly possessions and worldly pleasures and things that you need to go ahead and release and let go of those things so that your hands can be free to carry on these extra responsibilities. So it's like you're taking on more, yes. You'll have more work to do next year. Yes, this is true. You'll have more tasks and more activities that you want to accomplish. Yes, this is true. But you are not going to be burdened by these things. You are not going to be over saddled by these things. You are going to completely be able to carry all of them, keep them all in the air, and master every single one of them. And the time, the energy, the money, whatever it is that you need to do that is going to be there when you let go of some of these things that are not serving you, like procrastination or your vices. Hi, Lopez the G, welcome. Sharon says, that is me. I make bookmarks and other things, but I haven't been in the mood to be making new bookmarks. If I do, sell again. Yeah, so there are some things in your life that need to get out of the way in order for you to find that energy and that strength again. I just love this card. Look how strong this is and how different that is from the typical 10 of Wands stance where you're weighed down by what you're carrying. Okay, next year is a year of abundance. It's a year of new tasks, I keep hearing just responsibilities, and I know responsibilities doesn't always sound so positive, but responsibilities in a good way, new opportunities for you to do more. But you will have more in order to do it if you let go of some of the things that are draining you and holding you back. Hi, Lopez, welcome. Care Bear says, that's crazy. I'm learning to paint, and you're right, not putting in the time. So what is taking up your time otherwise? What is it that you keep telling yourself if I didn't have this, I'd have more time to work on painting. If I didn't have to do this or that, if I didn't have to pay for this or that, I'd have more money. You need to take a look at that situation and see where you can be letting go of some of these excuses, some of these excuses for procrastination and delay that you're bringing on yourself. And then how can we best utilize this time? How can we best utilize the season of Samhain, of giving things up, of giving thanks for what has come to be in the year and what is coming up? We have the Devil in reverse. And this is a fabulous card to be receiving on Samhain in terms of what we can be giving up, because in the reverse, the Devil is a spiritual level up. Okay, this is in the upright, it's about being negatively attached to our vices, negatively attached to toxic relationships, situations, or people, and having a really hard time of freeing ourselves. And just like how the Death in the reverse card is about finally accepting that things have come to an end and being able to move on to something new, the Devil in the reverse is also about moving on to something new. So for a lot of you, giving up your addictions, giving up your negative habits, giving those things up, you are very ready to do that now. And that would be the best use of your time. I know someone in the comments said giving up smoking, cigarettes, someone else said ganja, someone said social media. Okay, Mariah is talking about depression and having that take up your time and being something that you're negatively attached to. And I know that, like, obviously depression is a physical thing as well as a mental and spiritual thing, like chemical imbalance and things like that. So, please don't think that I'm saying that the approach or cure for depression is all spiritual. I know that is not the case. However, it is possible for you to be negatively attached to a legitimate physical condition that you have. Some folks are sick and are legitimately sick, but are also attached to that sickness, where it's a crutch, where being sick is the excuse given, or the reason given for why they're not doing everything in their lives. And the reality is that it's not really the sickness that is actually stopping them from doing things, but the sickness provides a convenient excuse. So the devil in reverse is about all of those negative attachments, all of those vices being lifted and moving forward with without those chains around your leg. So in terms of what you can be using this time for, what this Samhain season would best be served, this is really spending time focusing on that level up for yourself. So for those of you who are saying that you know that you need to quit such and such, you need to get rid of such and such, I mean, it couldn't be any clearer than that what you need to be doing right now is exactly that. And the beauty of this card coming up is I feel that you are ready. You are ready for it. Earlier in the year, maybe not, but you are literally ready for it at this point. For a lot of you, letting go of these physical, earthly pleasures is going to be really easy. Because when the devil shows up in the reverse, you are ready to let it go. When it's in the upright, it's like, dang, I just don't even see how I could possibly stop smoking, or how I could let go of this thing, or stop eating this thing, or what have you. And that would make it really difficult. But when it's in the reverse, it's like the hard part of realizing that this is something negative for you, that this is something that is not serving you and that you need to move on from and heal from and get better at. That part has already been done. So you're kind of now just kind of operating out of habit at this point. You're picking up the cigarette, and every time you pick it up, you don't want it. You don't really want it, but you're picking it up out of habit. You're doing things out of habit. And the mental and spiritual part of no longer wanting those things, that part has already happened. That has already happened this year. And I think those new beginnings for a lot of you, a lot of those new beginnings that you experienced this year is a part of that. So starting off fresh, starting in new things, seeing yourself in a different light. You might have started a new diet. You might have started to eat better. You might have started to focus on getting better rest, drinking more water, taking care of yourself. So every time you pick up something like a cigarette, you know that it's not in alignment with this new way of being that you have already started, this new path that you've already started to walk, And it's totally fine because, these things happen in phases. Like I am vegan now. This has been a 5-year journey for me of getting rid of things in my diet that I knew I shouldn't be eating, or that I honestly didn't really even want to be eating, but I was lazy, or, it was easier than asking people to make accommodations for me, or picking certain restaurants. It was just easier. And, and it's been a journey of giving things up. But the mindset change already happened. And all the other stuff was just habit, eating certain things out of habit. And so I had to address those things and tell myself, okay, you don't really want this. You're in a whole different headspace. You don't even feel good when you do. But out of habit, you just go back to the usual. And that is what is coming through with this card. You have already gone through the emotional, mental, spiritual shift of wanting to get rid of these things and live your life differently. But it's a matter of addressing the fact that habitually, even though mentally you've made that realization, now you have to actually put that into action and physically take those steps to no longer indulge in those behaviors or indulge in those things that are taking up your time. Because this is what is on the horizon. This is what we are calling in for the year. All of these new projects, all of these new pursuits, all of these new responsibilities, And you need to be, look how strong and fit the knight is. Okay? He is not struggling whatsoever to carry all of those staffs. So you need to be strong, you need to be in your best place in order to be able to do all the things that you would like to do with this upcoming year. And Spirit is ready to have those things come to you. They're readily available. They're right there literally for you to pick up and bring into your life. But imagine if this was some skinny, spindly, weak individual. The fact that those 10 staffs were there would mean nothing because he wouldn't be able to carry them all. So if you are depleting yourself, then you can call in all that you want. You can try to manifest all that you want. But if you're not going to be strong enough to actually survive the challenge of carrying all of those responsibilities, and you're not going to make it very far. They're not going to really play out the way that you would like. So we are grateful for the new beginnings that we received this year, and we are giving thanks for all of the things that ended this year that were not serving us, and all of the new challenges, new opportunities, new relationships that have come our way. We are letting go of procrastination, of physical pleasures, of unhealthy relationships with money. We are letting that go. We are calling in our new creative pursuits and new responsibilities and new challenges, but in a good way. And to do that, we need to let go of our bad habits, our addictions, our negative attachments that mentally, spiritually, we have already recognized as problematic, and we have already gotten ready to be free of them. But now we need to actually take the action of getting those habits, people, etc., out of the space so that we are our strongest, optimal selves in order to handle all of the blessings, all of the projects that that the universe has for us. So, how do we like the Miss Cleo cards? I love them. I feel like they are so clear in their messages. I love the imagery. It's just very, very simple and very, very straight to the point. And I'm so grateful for that message. I thank all of the spirits, the guides, the guardians, the ancestors. I thank the ancestor, Miss Cleo. I thank all of those beings that were with us, that were with me while I pulled the cards, and with each and every one of you while you received this message, so that the message is clear and high vibrational and offers you the answers and the guidance that you're looking for this new year, this new pagan year, this new turn of the wheel, as we all embark on a new phase of our life and turn to the dark part of the year. We get to reset ourselves, recharge ourselves, and I'm so grateful for this message to help us best utilize this time. So thank you. Yeah, I like it too. I'm glad you guys like it. So mote it be. Yes, love to Miss Cleo. Thank you, Miss Cleo. I love this deck so much. It is on fire. Tony said all of my questions were answered. Yay! That's always my goal. I always feel like, when you get a reading, even if it's a collective reading, you should not have more questions. They should be answered for you. So, thank you for that. Josie says, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Sharon likes these cards too. Yeah, I just love them so much. I think I'll put them on the altar tonight. when I do my ritual. All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. This was incredible. We've been here for so long. So thank you to everyone who stayed here the whole time. My goodness. And to anyone who popped in, popped out, popped back in. Thank you so much. Yes, same here, Mariah. It was so nice spending some of this day with you guys. I was going to do just the unboxing, but I was like, no, we have to pull cards. It's solid. Like, this is the perfect opportunity for folks to get messages from their loved ones, from spirit, get the messages that, they've probably already been trying to get to you. So I am so glad that you guys enjoyed that. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Oh, and it's time. I was going to do this later in the day, and I was like, no. Do it early in the afternoon because you're going to be rushing afterwards. So I'm so glad. Perfect timing, 6 o'clock. I'm going to clean up in here, get the altar ready, get the dumb supper ready, and move on into my Samhain night. And I'm really excited for each and every one of you to have a beautiful Samhain as well, whatever you're doing. Whether you're doing a whole full ritual or, whether or not you are, just taking a moment to say thank you, just meditating, watching a Halloween movie, whatever it is that you are doing to celebrate this day. I pray that it's beautiful. Lauren Berg says, make sure you have your umbrella. It is raining. Thank you. Did I bring my umbrella? Maybe. I'm going to be here for the night, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be done raining by the time I'm done. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for liking this video. That helps other people to see it. You can share it as well. Thank you again for all of your donations. I appreciate them so much. I am so touched and moved that you guys would help to make BronxWitch HQ a reality. I cannot wait for you guys to see the, it'll always be evolving, but the sort of finished product. And I'm really excited for you guys to visit, come get readings here and all of that good stuff. So thank you so much for everything that you have done, that you continue to do. The GoFundMe and the registry are still open, and we still have so much that we could really use to make this space everything it can be. So please do consider making a donation to the GoFundMe or purchasing something from the registry. If you give a donation over $100, you will get a mystery magic box from me. It will include a tea, an herbal potion, and a bar of magic soap. And if you give something from the registry, you'll also be getting something in the mail from me. So thank you all so much. Okay. Thank you, Yahawashi. You're the scariest thing in the comments so far. So that's perfect for Halloween. Thank you. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Stay tuned for more information about BronxWitch HQ for the official opening and all of that good stuff. And I will see you guys in November. Make sure to get on the mailing list if you aren't already. The winner of the giveaway for 2 tickets to the official Witches Sabbath was announced. So definitely make sure that you join the mailing list because you're entered into all of my giveaways if you're on the mailing list. And you will get a full rundown of everything that is coming back. Private readings, in-person readings, the shop, everything like that. All of that important information will be sent out to you in a mailing list email. So make sure you're on the list. And all of the links are in the description box. Everyone have a safe and beautiful and happy Samhain. Happy Samhain, everybody.